TLO, what's poppin'? We are on Twitch. We are not live, but you can leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification bells. Let's continue to grow the family from Chicago to the UK. Right above me and behind me is the Twitch channel. If you miss a live when we do go live, you can just go there. Twitch.com, type in TheeLitOne. You can fast forward, rewind. They're all public, free. Don't forget, we do got Patreon. We post Monday through Friday. Ooh, I need to post my Patreon video. I didn't do it yet. Dang. I recorded it, though. And don't forget, man, we also got merch, man. Lock in. Let's get into this, man. This is from Australia, man. We going around the world for a documentary. I think this is my first documentary. Nah, it's not my first. I haven't done one in a minute, though. Australian drug lords. Yonky Tan. Talk to me. I'm interested.
In all the prisons across New South Wales, there are about 40 inmates whose crimes are so shocking that their files are marked never to be released. Tonight's drug lord is one of those men. He organised the murder of a mild-mannered accountant, a family man. It took police over a year to work out how a massive drug bust and a homicide were directly linked to one man. And that man's name is Yonky Tan.
Yonky.
Yonky Tan came to Australia from Indonesia in 1985. He was only 20. By the time he was 37...
Bro got the typical... That's funny. I be seeing this same outfit in movies, such as... You know what I'm saying? Chris Rock and Jackie Chan, you know.
He owned an Indonesian restaurant in Kingsford.
That's what I be seeing.
East. It's March 2002, and a member of the public notices the owner of the restaurant, Yonky Tan, and another man doing a drug deal. He sees Yonky Tan giving the man pills. The witness decides to go to the local police. It could all be a hoax, but police have to follow up on the lead.
Nosy? My bad.
Detectives pull over the man Yonky Tan was seen talking to. His name is Marcel Thay.
Oh, this actual police footage. Wait, did that... Yeah, okay.
His name is Marcel Thay. Detectives now search Marcel's car, and it doesn't take them long to find evidence.
Marcel appeared to be extremely nervous and kept sort of eyeing a small bum bag which was sitting on the back seat. That bum bag on the back seat was a kilo of ecstasy.
The 1 kilogram of ecstasy on the street would be worth $120,000.
What year was this? Did it say what year?
Marcel Thay is taken into custody. Police now suspect he's dealing drugs. But how big a player is he? And is there a bigger stash at his home? Detectives are at Marcel Thay's home. Marcel's house is a mess. The police can't afford to miss anything. It doesn't take long before detectives get their first find.
White powder, the coffee table.
That powder is ecstasy pills that have been crushed. But as far as drug investigation...
There were pills that have been crushed for what? Is he stretching it? Did he got a press in there too?
Go, it's hardly a jackpot. Police trust the tip-off and keep searching.
You gotta have some cut in the press somewhere.
Small set of scales, gram, black in colour.
Triple digit.
Within half an hour, another drug find.
One large glad bag containing a smaller glad bag with a multicoloured green, pinkish white powder substance.
It's more ecstasy pills that have been ground down, but this time it's much bigger. That plastic bag would sell for $60,000 on the street. Police are onto something. This is the home of a drug dealer, and who knows what they'll uncover next.
What about to stretch that?
We found documentation, passports.
8:50 p.m. Bedroom 1, recovered large amount of cash.
We found what we call a tick book, which is an indication of amounts of drugs that have been sold to people and for how much, and money that was owing to this particular network for the sale of drugs.
Appears to be a number of entries here, possibly concerning some type of transaction.
My boy was in there doing good math. Well, this looked like math homework.
Documentation.
Now police know Marcel is not a small player. But could there be more drugs to find in this house?
Marcel was manufacturing. There's no other reason for him to ground down pills. There's no other reason. He's manufacturing. Allegedly.
There's one last place to look, under the stairs. Police pull out box after box.
8:27 p.m.
Dang! Oh my God!
Then
A large brown box.
that's what they
It's $1 million worth of.
wanted to see. That is a massive stash of ecstasy. Kilo
2,
after kilo
3, 4.
after kilo.
As you can see, it contains 2 large Glad resealable bags containing numerous green tablets.
Me, myself, man, drug-free is the way to be nowadays, man, because it's too dangerous. Like, drugs in general are dangerous to take, but in 2024, oh, man. Since we doing this video, I got a friend that one of the first people I ever met in Florida, bro. He I don't know if he I'm not gonna say his name. He overdosed on fentanyl. So he had went out to go have a good time, and he had acquired some Class A's, which he thought was MOLLY, but it was ground down like the stuff Yucatan had or Buddy had. It was ground down instead into powder. When you messing with like Molly, like that's a no. You see powder and it's supposed to be Molly, like, I'm good. But against his better judgment, he did it anyway. Was in a coma for 1 month. They had to get that man the paddles of life. He called me recently. He told me, because I was looking for him. I'm like, where the man at? Couldn't find him or nothing. So he called me back. You had to give him the paddles of life. And apparently when he woke up from his coma, he couldn't use the bathroom, so that he had that whatever it's called syndrome where the liquid builds up in your body. They had to slice both sides of his calf on one leg, on his left leg, both sides, all the way down to drain it out. And now he has a crazy scar on his leg. I'm glad the man is okay. I hope he took that as a signal to leave it alone, man. Especially in the state of Florida and Miami. It's too dangerous.
They've got a score mark on them and marked MTV on site.
They found a number of green and pink pills, which at the end of the day came to 26 kilos. We estimated it was about $4 or $5 million, which had
4 or 5 million. My bad. I undercut it like crazy. That's 4 or 5 million.
to hurt the local industry. It was a lot of tablets, a lot of hits.
Definitely. You took him off the streets. The block was sick.
$4 million worth of drugs from one random tip-off.
We were stoked.
Detectives take the drug haul back to the police station and weigh it right in front of Marcel Thay.
Marcel looking like, I know what it is.
Okay, Marcel, do you agree with me that on the reading on the scales at the moment is 4,863.8 grams?
Yep. The more weight that went on the scales, the more trouble he realised that he was in.
In total, 26 kilograms of ecstasy, and for Marcel, that could mean life
He's life.
behind
Yeah,
bars.
it's over. That's a life sentence.
Police now go after the restaurant owner, Yonky Tan.
And I'm almost positive Marcel got the tricking, snitching.
Police pull over Yonky Tan in his car. From the information they received, Police have cause to search the vehicle and are in for a massive surprise.
Police at the time opened up the boot, found the suitcase, opened the suitcase and found an extremely large amount of loose cash, mainly 50s, 20s, $100 notes, just thrown into this large suitcase.
Police confiscate Yonky Tan's car.
Bro was moving insane, Yonky. What are you doing? Like in America, like he wouldn't even be on the radar. Like he could go incognito. They wouldn't even look at him like a lot, depending on what neighborhood he was in. But like Australia, it's a different breed. Every race, every creed, everybody's out there trapping and trying to make a way. Apparently, man had all these loose bills. You're going to jail. It don't matter what this could be legal. You're going to jail right now, though.
Others have the task of counting the loose cash found in the boot. It seems never-ending. Bundle after bundle, and they just keep coming.
Grand total of $165,300.
$165,000 just lying around in the boot of Yonky Tan's car.
Yonky needed to prove why was he in possession of $165,300. How could he justify carrying that much cash around with him?
It's certainly not normal, and police decide they must search Yonky Tan's home as well.
It's over.
We have a search warrant to search these premises.
This is the actual police footage of the search of Yonky Tan's house. And it doesn't take them long to find, yeah, even more cash.
There's one.
The Australian bills is kind of hard. I like them. I've never seen Australian money. Is that the same as? No, it's not, right? It's different than UK. I like how it's colored like this.
2, 3.
Next, police confiscate Yonky Tan's computer. Somewhere on this hard drive could be the breakthrough police are looking for. They want to find something to tie Yonky Tan to the 26 kilograms of ecstasy found earlier under the stairs at Marcel's. Police go from room to room.
For the record, 4 passports.
On his bedside table, we located a document called the agreement.
And look whose name is on the lease. Marcel Thay, the man police arrested. The man who had 26 kilograms.
I'm not gonna lie, for a drug lord, Yonky Tan, to be moving like this is kind of crazy. Like he's violating so many just run-of-the-mill rules, like in that game. Like, what are you doing with all this cash at your house? You know what I'm saying? All these documents at your house. Like, what are you on? Why is he moving with 163K? And you're like, what is that?
Ecstasy under the stairs.
This is dumb.
In his house.
Marcel had allegedly entered an agreement with Yonky to lease the garage of Yonky Tan.
The garage.
The document links Yonky Tan and Marcel, but it's in such an obvious place, police wonder if it's genuine. Is Marcel really renting Yonky's garage? Or is there something in the garage Yonky doesn't want police to know is his? And what's in the garage? There's only one way for police to find out.
We opened up the garage, we went in, we had a look, and we identified what looked like a cleaned up drug lab. There were a number of...
Told you somebody was manufacturing. I found them. I knew it.
Of items in there, like bowls, air filters, chemical cooking solutions that had residue on it that was also pink and green, the same pink and green of the tablets that we found at Marcel's place.
What's the purity?
Could this be where the 26 kilograms of ecstasy in Marcel's house was made? Police are faced with many questions. Is what's in the garage really Marcel's, or is Yonky Tan setting him up? Police have no proof that Yonky is involved in drugs. All they have on him is the money in the car, and that could be legitimate.
I was reasonably certain that...
Yeah, he owns a restaurant, a successful business. Could be.
Yonky was a major player in this network. Unfortunately, I was just short of proof.
But this case is about to take a massive twist. For police, it's about to go from a drug investigation to a murder case. Detectives will have to get to the bottom of a homicide. They would discover money laundering and forged documents, and finally piece together how that all links into the drug lord.
Oh my God.
Yonky
They got us. I'm thinking they talking about coming soon. I should have fast forwarded.
Listing your house on the market.
That's W placement. I can't even lie.
It's been a busy 24 hours for police. They've arrested a man, Marcel Thay, and found 26 kilograms of ecstasy under the stairs in his house.
I got another documentary for Australia. It's like 48 minutes, but it's on ice. And that's the one I really wanted to watch, but I don't know if it's going to get blocked and be visible, so I'm just...
They've arrested another man, Yonky Tan, and found more than $160,000 in his car, but nothing that is obviously illegal. Police have to let Yonky Tan go. They need more evidence before they can charge him with any drug offences. Yonky Tan is about to become embroiled in a murder investigation. He will organise a hit on an innocent man. But the big question is why?
Yeah, why? Why?
It's now December, 9 months since the search of Yonky Tan's car. A man called Dominic Lai is at home. He lives in Sydney's inner west, in a modest brick home with his wife and teenage son. Dominic Lai is an accountant, a tireless worker, devoted to his family. It's 7:30 in the morning. Dominic Lai's wife answers the knock at the door.
I feel like on a hit, though, like, because Yonky Tan paid to get him removed. This ain't no accident. It may look unassuming to us right now, but it ain't no accident. He's a player.
A man has a parcel for her husband and needs his signature. Dominic Lai comes to the front door and unlocks the security screen. He's pinned to the ground. Dominic Lai is turned on his back and acid is poured over his face and down his throat.
In all my time of
That's gruesome.
investigation, I've never seen anything quite as brutal as this attack. It's one of the most barbaric crimes I've ever been involved in investigating.
These are the actual police photos taken from the crime scene. Dominic Lai spent 3 weeks in intensive care
He made it.
before dying
Oh.
from respiratory failure. Police are now investigating a murder.
Because of the nature of the attack, just being so horrific and so personal, it sort of led us to believe that, you know, there was a message behind what it was all about. The people who had arranged it wanted to prove a point.
In any murder investigation, police try to piece together the life of the victim. Dominic Lai was a father, an accountant. He didn't smoke, he didn't do drugs. It just didn't add up. Why was he murdered? With no leads,
For all we know.
police put out a plea for information, hoping someone will come forward.
It was an horrific murder. 45-year-old Dominic Lai was forced at gunpoint in front of his family to swallow hydrochloric acid during an attack outside his Sydney home. The acid
I'm gonna keep it real. Like, where you even buy that from? Like, how did they come in possession of something like that? Something so dangerous. I be wondering what the UK be doing too. How they be getting it too? But they be using like local household items and mixing them. And
acid was so strong, it was still eating away concrete at the crime scene when police arrived.
Police get a tip-off. The name of a man who was heard organising an acid attack. Police get the phone records for that suspect and find around the time of the murder, the man accused of planning the attack was phoning 3 men constantly, including this man. His name is Dax Satori. He's been involved with drugs before, and police use that excuse to arrest him.
Whilst we were preparing to interview him in relation to his involvement with the drug charges, he came out with a phrase similar to, "Is this about the drugs? I thought this was about the murder."
Why would he say that in the interview? Like, why not just play it quiet and figure out why they got you there? That was stupid.
Everyone sort of stopped cold and went. And Dax, on that day, told us of his involvement in the murder of Dominic Lai.
Oh, he wanted to go to jail. Okay.
This is a breakthrough.
For sure.
Dax agrees to give the police information.
He was brought in to drive the getaway vehicle.
This is the actual police interview.
He told everybody's involvement, too.
From when detectives take Dax back to the exact suburb where Dominic Lai was attacked.
Bro should have took the DRUG charge, not the M.
Which was the house? Can you show us? Do you remember what was being said in the car at the time you first drove past the house?
They said to me that they're just gonna scare this guy off.
They're gonna scare this guy off?
Yeah. That he said that they were gonna pretend that they're gonna deliver this parcel to this guy.
What happened then? Yep.
They went out about 5-10 minutes. It's not even 10 minutes.
Describe to me what happened when they arrived and what was said and that sort of thing.
They were restless, and then I asked them, so
was he involved? Like, it seems like he's trying to play the part where he didn't fully know what was going on. But at the same time, if he's really involved and he's snitching on this level, this is different. He's a level, he's a level 100 snitch. But if he's not involved and he didn't have any intent on doing this type of horrific crime, then so be it. But if he's really involved and like just snitching like this and acting, it's crazy.
What happened? He goes, no, just drive. And you could smell like a really strong stuff, chemical stuff, acid. And there was a pistol as well.
A what?
A pistol.
At the point when they got back into the car and there's all this heavy breathing and handing pistols over and the smell of acid, what was going through your mind?
I said, what have they done? Like, what is this guy did? I thought they just gonna scare him. How come they got guns?
What did you think had happened?
They did something bad.
Police now have confirmation on what happened the day Dominic Lai was attacked and who was involved. But detectives still have one big...
Oh boy, going to go sit on the stand and everything. They probably gave him a full McDonald's Happy Meal, burger, upgraded it to a Big Mac, large Coke. They went crazy.
Question: why? Why would anyone want Dominic Lai dead? They go back to the family, and detectives interview the dead man's brother-in-law, Philip Ma.
He opened up and gave us a complete picture as to Dominic Lai and his involvement with Yonky Tan.
There's that name again, Yonky Tan, the man with the money in the boot of the car. Police have made a direct link between the dead man and Yonky Tan. The victim, Dominic Lai, was an accountant. Yonky Tan was his client. Police do interviews with the family. They learn that Yonky wanted his victim, Dominic Lai, to launder his money, to make it legal. But Dominic, the accountant, didn't want a bar of it. Detectives learn that Dominic has put Yonky in touch with his brother-in-law, Philip Ma. So police discover Yonky Tan, the suspected drug lord, and Philip Ma, the brother-in-law, met up. But Philip Ma had a secret that would lead to Dominic's death.
The brother-in-law set up his own...
Police are investigating a homicide. Dominic Lai, an accountant, is the victim, and the suspect is one of his clients, Yonky Tan. Police now know that the dead man's brother-in-law had agreed to help Yonky Tan launder money.
Yonky would arrange to meet him, and on each occasion he would turn up with a rice sack which was full of money, predominantly $50 and $100 notes. There was at least 100,000 in
This
the
is
rice
from
sack.
5 years ago?
Philip Ma takes the money to a
Like, as an American, like, you really don't think this stuff going on in Australia. You really don't. But the DRUG of choice makes sense because it's a party one. And, you know, from what I know, Australia is very, very party heavy.
casino. He was supposed to swap the cash for chips, then an hour or so later, cash the chips in for fresh, clean money. Philip Ma, Dominic Ly's brother-in-law, was not supposed to gamble.
The only reason that this failed is because Philip Ma is a hopeless gambler. He is an addict, and
This weekend, he's betting with the wrong people money.
instead of just laundering the money, he lost it.
If you haven't...
Oh, bugging. It ain't your worth, your life. You put somebody else in jeopardy. That's
Philip Ma
addiction
lost
for you.
approximately $516,000 of Yonky Tan's money.
We lost a half a M?
Found a IOU document which was written by Yonky Tan, and he forced Philip Ma to sign.
Police now know the IOU, the debt, was all too much for Philip Ma, and he went into hiding. And just look at whose name is the witness on the IOU. Yes, the murder victim, Dominic Ly.
Yonky formed the opinion that Dominic must have had some sort of knowledge, so whatever they did to Dominic was only fair and just in the retrieval of the money. Their reasoning was, if we attack Dominic, this will flush Philip out, and he will know we mean business.
Yonky Tan is now a suspect in a murder investigation, but police still do not have enough evidence to arrest him. Luckily for police, they still have the computer they seized from his house when investigating the drug matters. The 26 kilograms of ecstasy found underneath the stairs. The forensic examination of the computer police found in Yonky's house is now complete.
It showed us that the document that had been conveniently left out for us on Yonky's bedside table, which was dated some 6 months prior to us executing the search warrant, had in fact been created the night before, after Marcel Lee was already in custody.
It's fake. Police discover it was only created after police began their investigations.
Once we had that, we went and spoke to Marcel T and said, when did you sign this document? And Marcel indicated, it's not my signature. I've never seen this document before.
Thereby Marcel could not have signed that document, thereby the document was fake.
This, of course, basically indicated that Yonky knew it was there and it was his lab. It had nothing to do with Marcel T.
It's proof that the remains of the drug lab in the garage was in fact Yonky's. It's enough for police to now arrest Yonky on suspicion of drug involvement. This is the actual search, filmed by police. And that is Yonky Tan.
Is there anything you wish to declare, any large amount of money?
The fact that they got actual footage is real wild.
No. Is there anything dangerous in here? No, there's.
Documentaries
No
were
large
crazy
amount of money,
back
or you got
then.
no money? No.
What Yonky Tan doesn't know is detectives are searching for drugs, and also anything that could confirm Yonky was involved in the murder of Dominic Ly.
What about these two keys here? This is all of
After 4 hours of searching, police have found nothing. Their final hope
Bro,
lies
looking at
with
them
Yonky
keys like
Tan's
he don't
new
know.
computer. Could this hold the crucial evidence detectives need? Police believe this man, Yonky Tan, is not only a drug lord, but also the mastermind of the murder of an innocent husband and father, a quiet accountant called Dominic Ly. Police have searched Yonky Tan's house and found nothing, but are hoping somewhere on this new computer there could be evidence. They go through all his emails and find a trail of correspondence.
The emails spelt out the planning that Yonky Tan put in to the attack of Dominic Lai.
This is the actual wording of what police found in emails between Yonky Tan and an associate. Find someone who can threaten D and P, or Dominic and Philip. In another email, all has become clear that P and D cheated on you. What I am saying is that we must do D first so that P will show himself up. In more emails, I really want to see someone do over P and D. With the emails in their possession, police arrest Yonky, then slowly piece together how the drugs, the money, and the murder are linked. Yonky Tan was importing high-grade ecstasy from overseas.
He got the smiley faces, the Louis V's.
That's what was under the stairs.
Got any Teslas?
At Marcel's. That ecstasy would then be crushed. Then in the garage at the back of Yonky's, they would cut the ecstasy with other ingredients, repress the ecstasy into pills.
Told you. I told y'all in the beginning it was manufacturing. Where that press at? You see crushed X pills, they manufacturing, they cutting that thing.
Of a lower quality,
stretching it,
and sell them on the street. Yonky was making so much drug money, he needed to launder it to make it legitimate. So he gave it to Philip Ma, who lost it gambling and then went into hiding. To try to flush Philip Ma out, Yonky Tan organises a hit, the contract kill on his brother-in-law, the accountant Dominic Lai. It took police 16 months to link together all the players, but finally they solved the mystery, and each offender has their day in court. The two men that turned up in the phone records were charged with the murder of Dominic Lai, but a jury determined there was reasonable doubt. They were found not guilty. Dax Satorre, the
Australian court system giving it up like that?
driver, was sentenced to 12 years jail.
And the driver got the 12-piece?
Jail for his role in the murder. Marcel Thay was charged with supply of a large commercial quantity of ecstasy and received a 4.5.
The actual murderers got not guilty, but the driver got 14 years, 12 years, and he was doing all that talking and got the most time. All that snitching and got the most time.
Jail sentence. He has now been deported to Indonesia. Yonky Tan,
he's still there.
The mastermind, was sentenced to 25 years jail on multiple drug charges. And for the murder of Dominic Lai, he was sentenced to life without parole, never to be released.
I'm still shocked that them hitmen got off. That's tough. That's tough. TLO, leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post. Australia, if you got anything you want me to watch, let me know, man.